are you? It's Tree, and today I'm gonna make some delicious organic asparagus sushi. And it's vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, refined sugar-free, and fat-free. This is a medical medium recipe. It's a brain saver recipe. It's a liver rescue recipe. It's so good for you. It's actually quite delicious and so easy to make using cauliflower to make some rice. Let me show you what the ingredients are and whip these up for a delicious, quick, fast lunch. These are the ingredients for the sushi. I have 6 pretty large asparagus here, ends chopped, chop them up. I'll be steaming them. This is a half head of cauliflower that I gently pulsed in the food processor to create a rice-like texture. A 1/3 cup of finely chopped onion, a 1/2 cup of mandolin radishes, 1/2 of a cucumber that's been julienned. I have about 6 green onions here, minced, and 3 teaspoons of minced garlic, and I've got my sushi right here. For the dipping sauce, I have 1/2 cup of fresh squeezed orange juice, 1 tablespoon of fresh squeezed lime, a teaspoon of minced jalapeño, a teaspoon of minced garlic, a teaspoon of dulse flakes, and a teaspoon of ginger. I'll whisk those 3 together. And then over here I have wasabi powder, which I'll be adding some filtered water to create the wasabi paste. On the stove, I have 3 inches of water that's boiling in a small pot. I put my asparagus in a steamer basket, and I'm going to steam this for 5 minutes until it gets tender, setting the timer. I have a ceramic nonstick pot on the stovetop as well. I have that on medium-high heat with some filtered water in there. I'm going to add in my onion and let this saute for about 5 minutes. Add more water in as needed. Keep stirring. Asparagus is done, so go ahead and turn that off. Pull it from the stove and gonna let that cool down and then slice it into spears. Add a bit more water along with the garlic and let this cook for about 3 minutes, stirring it frequently. And now add the cauliflower rice and stir this frequently for 5 to 7 minutes and remove from heat. Cauliflower rice is done, so let's turn that off. Smells delicious, actually. With the onion and the garlic, it's a really nice touch. There's no sea salt in here, and you don't need any because the nori will give you that flavor, as well the dulse and the dipping sauce too. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this to a smaller bowl, let it cool down for just a few minutes, and then start making these nori wraps. While this delicious cauliflower rice is cooling down, going to go ahead and whisk together the dipping sauce and get the wasabi ready and get these babies wrapped. Pouring the orange juice and the lime juice in with the other ingredients. And then you have just really yummy little fresh dipper for the wraps. We're getting a late start to our lunch. We are on the 3-6-9 cleanse again, and yeah, we're just having a late start with daylight savings. So I'm just gonna throw a couple of these wraps together and probably have extra for tomorrow. But I've got my nori wrap, and I just put it onto a butcher block. And I wanted to say, if you find that the wrap breaks, because I'm making actually wrap versus sushi, then you can always double the wraps up, which I like to do anyhow. And I have a little bit of water here on the side to basically put on the end of the nori, which basically acts as kind of like a glue. It holds it all together. Let me just get this going because I'm definitely hungry and I need a little bit of nosh. I already took a bite. It might fall out a little bit onto your plate with the wrap here. I'm gonna take some more of the dipping sauce, put it on top, add a bit of the wasabi, which is gonna give it some heat, which I do like that, even though it kind of burns a little bit sometimes. Take a bite. So good, so light, refreshing, soothing on my digestion. I really love this recipe and all the really basic cauliflower nori wraps. It's like a nori burrito kind of. Get you some. Hope you try this recipe out. Delish. Yummy.